This is Ilene Rein from Pounding Pavement 101. I'm here today with Dominick Ruggieri. Hi, Dominick. How are you doing?
Good. How you doing, Eileen?
Good. Dominick is one of my repeat superstar clients. And Dominick, what are you doing right now? What is your job?
Currently, I am a DMLS additive engineer, which is basically a fancy way of saying I help produce 3D printed metal parts.
We started working together a while ago when you were first switching jobs, and that was a couple of years ago. Did you feel that you needed professional services at that time?
Yeah, being an engineer, one of the things that you can almost always guarantee on is that we will always undersell ourselves, because that's just, sales is not generally what we do. And really, job hunting is nothing more than a sales job where you're selling yourself. So having someone else to help me, especially with resume and just general prep things, makes a huge difference, because it is not what I am typically good at.
Well, that's not what you went to school for. That's not what you studied. And when you need professional services, you reach out and get professional services. That only makes sense. So you came back to me recently as you were looking for a job with this COVID situation. And we worked on interview preparation because we need a little brush up on our interview skills going into this job search. We went through questions step by step. Did they ask those questions on the interview? How did you feel it prepared you?
They did ask some of those questions. Most of the prep that we did was all personal question prep, which is probably where I struggle the most, because I can talk technical details all day long, but if you ask me what my 5 strengths are, I'm going to stare at you blank for about 5 minutes while I think of them, because it's not usually something I think of. So going through all those questions ahead of time and actually writing out answers and having them in front of me while I was doing interviews for different companies helped a lot, because I was able to just kind of like quickly reference. Most of the interviews I did were over the phone. I didn't actually have any video interviews, so it was easy to kind of have a cheat sheet in front of me, and it made a big difference for me while trying to answer questions.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. People will pay a lot of money for resume writers or to help them through this process. I would rather teach you the skills, so this way you have them, because you have one job today. That doesn't mean that this is going to be your job for the next umpteen years through your career. These are business skills that you need for life.
Yeah, and you know, it really just varies depending on person to person too, because there's probably a lot of people out there that are really comfortable talking about themselves all day long, and I'm not really one of them when it comes to like selling myself. So yeah.
Well, you did a great job and you got hired. So you want to say hello to anyone while we're on here?
Hi, Mom. Surprise.
Say thank you. They got you through. They got you to this point, and you don't have to live at home. So that's a good thing, right?
Yep. 33 years later, I am off on my own.
Wonderful. Okay. Thanks, Dominick. I really appreciate it. This is Ilene Rein at Pounding Pavement 101. Thanks.